Wealth Beyond Measure, Outlander, and welcome back to another episode of the Morrowind Let's Play. Today we are basically going back to Balmora. We just picked up basically right where we left off last time, which was on top of that hill, eating some soup, I think, and sleeping. We're moving on to do other stuff right now, basically. Yeah. We got all the mushrooms that Ajira needs from us. We made a load of money, found this really cool ring in a cave. It's good stuff. Not in a cave, in a Dunmer burial chamber, basically. Yeah, it's a good episode. I'd recommend watching it. Shameless plug. But yeah, we're basically just walking back to Balmora now. Although I think we're gonna stop by Pelaged on the way. That is only slightly blinding. Just a little bit. I guess what are we looking for here in Pelaged then? No Vestians applying. Part-time assistant wanted, inquire within. No thanks. It's not Priscilla's thing working as a assistant in a store.
Are the best in town.
I get the weirdest customers in sometimes. Why not? Why, just the other day a strange man came in and tried to sell me a creepy looking book filled with ancient funerary incantations and burial rites. Certainly not the sort of thing that I'd buy. Well, not the price he asked anyway. Creepy looking book. Yeah, I believe it was bound in human flesh and inked in blood. That sort of thing just gives me the shivers. But what have you got for me, buddy? I should actually, thinking about it, I should get a flask. For the simple purpose of, basically saving soup. Yeah, to fill with soup, basically, so I can carry soup around with me. It's not a bad idea. Just get a second flask or something. Although I don't really have the space for it right now. Yeah, I don't have the space for it right now. What do I got that I could sell to you? Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot that moon sugar. Damn it. I forgot that moon sugar I forget the name of the place now. In Sedanine. That's a right up bloody shame. Right, well. I mean, this place seems like just Sedanine 2.0 right now. There's not really much to do here either, so we're gonna keep walking to Balmora. Luckily, it's quite a short jaunt to Balmora, so I don't feel too bad about making it twice in a couple of days, you know. What day is it right now? It's day 4 already. Jesus. Yeah, just gotta show time really does fly in Morrowind. Time really, really does fly. We did mess with the timescale a bit, so the timescale is now 20 as opposed to what it was, which was like 30. The default is 30, and 20. It's a fair bit slower, but I like that. I feel like it makes the game feel like it's more. I don't know. You've got more daylight to work with, I guess, is how I'll say it. Yeah. That stew shouldn't have worn off that quickly. Ashfall. Mod values, hunger rate 20, tiredness, food, drink, blacklist, camping merchants, food, water merchant. I wonder why the... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know, whatever. I'll look into that. I don't know why my stew is wearing off so quickly, but I can't really do much about it right now. I'm gonna stop an episode just to check it out. Oh well. Who's this rich toff? What are you doing out here?
Welcome. Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Begging your pardon, have you seen a bandit nearby? Yes, I was just walking along here, minding my own business. Suddenly a bandit jumped at me from behind. He was a dark elf. A strong, dashing dark elf. He didn't harm me in any way, though he did take my jewels. He was quite gentle, and he talked to me for what seemed like forever. Jewels? What's that? Oh, never mind the jewels. I just want to find the bandit again. He was charming and funny, and I simply must see him again. His name? Nalos. Nalos Onmar. A name that will stay on my lips for eternity. Perhaps you can find him for me. Please, I cannot live without knowing if you could ever love me. I have nothing to offer you in return, but could you not help me for the sake of love? I'm sorry, I'm not. I've got no time for your games. Have you no heart, no soul? Can you not see that this must be true love? No matter, though it may take years, I'm certain we will be reunited one day. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we don't particularly care to be some rich woman's love messenger, I guess, you know. For pay, maybe. For free? No. As I say, Priscilla's quite self-serving, you know, she's not... Especially not for, like, the rich. She's not gonna go out of her way to help the rich when she's not getting paid, right? Like for a poor farmer down on his luck, dying in a ditch. Different story, maybe. But no, we're not gonna just no. One second, I need to close my Discord down. Very sorry about that. I'll edit that out. The Escadian Isles is really beautiful. It's a fairly, like... Let's just pull, let's just summit this hill quickly. It's really gorgeous here, man. It might just be the early morning lighting, but the Escadian Isles is... Sometimes when it's, like, late at night and the sky goes sort of pinkish, it really... sorry, early night. The sky goes pinkish and it just really, like, brings the whole thing together. It's one thing you could never say badly about Morrowind. Morrowind had an amazing art style. Still does, in my opinion. I think this game's graphics, at least in regard... Like, if you're willing to use certain tools, like MGXE, to bring them into, like, a more modern... Sort of... into a more modern way of game design, like, by using MGXE to basically... to extend the view distance. I feel like Morrowind is just still as gorgeous as it was 10, nearly 20 years ago. And this game is nearly 20 years old. So, I mean, as gorgeous as like a modern game is what I mean to say. Because art style never really ages. You know, an art style, a beautiful art style is a beautiful art style forever. And Morrowind has a beautiful art style. So, I don't know, maybe I'm being silly. I was like 2 years old when this game came out, and that will always blow my mind. You know, here I am, some 20 years after its nearly 20 years after its release, playing it just because it's that good of a game that I recognise it, despite the fact that I never would have played it when it came out. Wow, we are no joke when it comes to archery. We are hitting some good shots. I don't know what's damaging my luck, but I'm not a big fan of it, because having low luck is actually a bit of a pain. You want to try and keep your luck as high as you can at all times. You are over-encumbered. Apparently not. No, okay, now I'm over-encumbered. Probably sell these soul gems when I get the chance. They're not really worth anything to me. Especially since we don't have mysticism tagged. Or do we? No, we don't have mysticism tagged. Do. What should I chuck away? See some scuttle. I don't know, I forget the lore on scuttle. Are they like biscuits or what? Yeah, I know what that is, don't worry guys. I know what that is. Not gonna bother it though. Oh, that's gonna bother me though. You failed casting the spell. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Fuck you know. Don't mind the floating rocks, I couldn't figure out a way to fix this conflict. I'm not entirely convinced there is one. There are going to be a couple of like floating rocks and like minor grass conflicts throughout this playthrough. From what I can see, I couldn't really find a way of fixing it, so I have decided to just reconcile it and I'll be fine with it and just deal with the fact that I'm going to have floating grass, floating rocks here and there. Hopefully it's not too distracting for you guys watching. I mean, worst case scenario, if it gets so bad that it genuinely drags me out of the experience, I can disable Ramiro's ground cover. To be honest, I'm not even sure how much I really like grass in Morrowind now that I think about it. I'm not sure how much I really think it adds to the game. You are over-encumbered, of course. Just probably ditch this covered bedroll and just use a normal bedroll. I don't know. Just drink that for now. Gets me moving again. I just want to be back at Balmora by now. I think I might buy an alchemy set as well. See whether I can get a decent deal on some alchemy sets. I think Ajira sells alchemy sets, but she only sells like really high tier ones, right? Like masters and experts, I think, are the only things she sells. Maybe journeyman. Quite expensive stuff. At least early game, especially given that we're not particularly rich. We have like what, 700 to our name, if that. 500 right now. We have some more stuff in assets. It's things we can sell. We have a bit, but yeah, we're not really rich gold-wise right now, which kind of sucks. I love Silt Striders, man. I imagine Priscilla's not the biggest fan of them. Probably looks at them and sees that's a massive flea that they've chosen to ride in. So if I remember correctly, I need to talk to Ajira, and I have no other quests.
Is there something I can do for you?
I think Ajira's going to give us a quest to go back to the Escadian Isles and get more herbs. We've already got those herbs, so we'll just hand them into her, I think.
Alright then, I'm listening.
Alright then, I'm listening.
Sarah?
Do you have the samples of all the mushrooms? Yes. Yes, these are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks she can use these duties. Yes, Ajira has more duties for Priscilla. Ajira has made a bet with Galbadir. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir that Ajira would be journeyman before Galbadir. Now Ajira must study these mushrooms and write a report. Ajira wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Fake soul gem, eh? Ajira's made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in a Galbadir's desk upstairs. Galbadir should be coming downstairs to talk with Moraine Dran, so no one will see you do this thing. Interesting. What can I sell to you then, Ajira? Don't want that. Don't really want that either, but kind of stuck with it because I can't sell it right now. It's a fake soul gem. Yeah, so what alchemy equipment do you sell? You sell Journeyman's Retort and Journeyman's Alembic. Those are both pretty cheap. I could probably buy them and then start brewing up alchemy equipment. Sorry, brewing up potions with them.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Whenever I have alchemy tagged as a major skill, it invariably
Alright
ends
then,
up being
I'm listening.
what I end up leveling the most with, basically. Just because I love alchemy, man. I love just sitting down for like a couple minutes every now and then and just brewing up some potions. And it's a really good source of gold too. Like, it's a really, really good way of making money. Alright, let's go and put this away in here then. Okay, interesting. And we're done doing that. I'm gonna take this opportunity to basically run off and what do I want to do right now? I still need to get my hands on some axe training. Yeah, actually, let's go and look around to see if we can get a decent-ish mortar and pestle for a low price. I know there's an alchemist up here. An Alcario of Whitehaven, I think, yeah. This is BrevurOfBalmora. Sovereign Ancestor Suryo Hlalu Brother, commissioned by Hlalu Klaus Council in year 414 of the Third Era, by request of His Majesty, King Hlalu Aethin Lethem. May we forever seek the Sadanim. I don't really know what Sadanim means. I'm guessing it means something in Dunmeri. Dunmeris? I don't know. I might join the Thieves Guild, potentially. I'm giving it some thought in the back of my head. I'm not really sure.
A healer can
I
change
remember
your
this.
wounds.
Yeah, so I had this issue last time, but I'm not sure if this is indicative of a larger issue, but I don't know. So we've got a mortar and pestle, got a journeyman's. I want a journeyman's is probably a good middle ground between getting an apprentices and yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go for a journeyman's. Yeah, we'll go for a journeyman's. Although we don't really have the space. Yeah, the Ashfall stuff is quite heavy. And it doesn't really, the backpack doesn't really give you all that much space. And I don't want to get rid of all this hound meat either, right? Because this hound meat is really, 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 really good for alchemy. I'm gonna... Those cork bulbs are really good as well, because you can use them to restore health. I'm in a bit of a bind here, aren't I? I just don't have the space. I just don't have the space to do what I need to do with. Do I have a... Nope. I'm gonna... dip out here and... basically chuck this. This is gonna look really dumb, but... yeah. Chuck that there for now. But, Journeyman, Mortar and Pestle. Don't know why these calcinators and retorts are so cheap, but I'm not going to complain. And then while we're here, we'll brew up a load of...
patience is limited.
Actually, wait. 1 minute. There's no reason not to just buy a full set. How much more money do I have? I've got 216 gold left, so I need a retort and an alembic. Do I have enough? Nearly. I need to sell a load of something fairly valuable. Sell that. Sell all them. About 200. Wonderful. Thank you kindly. Alright, now we'll do a load of alchemy. Sorry about that. I've never been the best at inventory management. And I've probably only gotten worse at it as I've aged. No wonder I've got like 100 bloody Quamo eggs on me. No wonder I'm like struggling to carry weight. I don't want comberries, I want scuttle and... no, that's not it. Scuttle and... nope, not spore pods. Crab meat wouldn't be bad, I guess. Got a load of bread, chokeweed. Okay. If I remember correctly, crash fiber restores health. Which I can mix with... what restores health here? Cork bulbs. No, it's not that. Ash yams? Nope. Bone meal? Nope. Poile? No, don't know. Not bad. Just gonna try and mix some random crap together to figure out what will stick. That works. Oh wow, that's actually not a bad potion at all. Nice. The basic plan is, with alchemy, basically what you want to do is, as soon as you... those are all really good, actually. As soon as you hit the point where you're succeeding more potions than you're failing, it gets progressively easier and 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 easier to level up. So it starts off quite slow, you're failing most potions, things aren't really working out. But then, I think when you hit about 40, maybe 50, you hit the point where you're making you're like every potion you attempt works. And all of a sudden you just got access to like one, you make your potion. The potions you do make are really good, and you well, you know, things just work out. You know, you become really good at alchemy. I think I've exhausted all my options here. That works. And I can walk too. Right, let's sell a bunch of these. These aren't even bad potions either, are they? Look at that. Restore fatigue, 16 points. These are all really decent potions as well. That's the best bit. That fortified personality is really good. That's going to save us some money at some point. Secure poison's not great. Well, I mean, it's good, but it's not really worth keeping. Got a water walking potion too. Nice. We'll keep all these restore fatigues. Yeah, we'll keep all of them. There we go. And we made a bit of that money back, and we've got a full alchemy set now. We're not going to carry this alchemy set with us at all times. Obviously, we're going to go and chuck some of it. I think we're going to keep it in the Fighters Guild. Yeah, we'll put it on the next to our bed in the Fighters Guild. It's just too heavy to lug around with us at all times. It's like in total a full alchemy set is like 40. 40, what you call it? Units of weight. Even more so for stronger alchemy equipment.
Something.
Yeah, we're not going to carry all of it around with us. You are comfortable. Wow. Wish this door opened inwards. Alright, let's throw some of this crap down here on the floor. I have to remind myself it's all down here. We could put it on top of this crate, actually. Why not? That'd look quite nice, actually. So the alembic at the back. Calcinator. Off to the side like that, because why not? The mortar and pestle there. And the retort there. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? That looks quite nice. I like that. Yeah, look, that's 18, 7, 4, so that's what, like 35, I think? 35, yeah. We have a load of... Sorry, we're gonna do even more. Bungler's Bane and Height of Scion doesn't mix. Heather. Train Speed. Luminous Rasula. I'm pretty sure that Heather and Corkbolt go together well. No, it must be Ashyams. Yeah, it's gotta be Ashyams. Do I have any Ashyams? No, of course not. Never have them when I need them. Oh no, I guess I'm just wrong there. I do have Ashyams, but they don't go together anyway. Weird. Right, let's... I think the two mushrooms go together. Oh yeah, they go together really well. They make a really good poison. that seems to be everything. Not bad, we did some decent alchemy. I want to keep some of these ash yams on me, don't I? Yeah, I don't want to keep some of these. So I'll use those for food. I keep bread on me. Don't want to keep all this heather on me, because frankly it's just too heavy to carry all that around with me. We'll keep some of the scuttle, because that's food too. And then everything else we can basically ditch. I'm going to leave this little thing down there. So why not? Yes, I know what an ash statue is. No, I'm not going to pick it up and move it away. Priscilla doesn't know though. Priscilla just thinks it looks cool. Okay, I don't really need that. Well, actually, no, I do, because I'm gonna... I'll put it, like, just down here on the floor. Just add a bit of, like, sort of lighting, I guess. I don't know. And then we'll put the equipment back up here. I might look for a mod. I used to have this mod that basically made it so... made it so if you put alchemy equipment down here on like a like here, and you pressed like a button, it would basically count it all as one. It basically made alchemy labs function like they do in Skyrim, which I thought was really quaint. I quite like that, but maybe that's just me. We leveled our alchemy up quite a bit though. I guess we should go talk to Ajira, tell her that we got what she wanted done. We pranked her friend.
What is this about?
Nothing.
You have my attention.
Really?
Are you wounded?
You've put the gem in the desk as Ajira asked. Ajira thanks you. Duties. Ajira must now study the local flowers. Yes, Ajira must study local flowers now. Ajira needs samples of gold carnet, stone flower petals, willow, anther, and heather. These can all be found on the shores of Lake Amaya. Lake Amaya. To get to Lake Amaya, go southeast out of Balmora, past Fort Minworth, then follow the signs to take the road to Plushhead. After you cross the foyer of Amaya, go towards Suran at the next crossroads. All the flowers Ajira needs are near the path to Suran, which runs along the north shore of Lake Amaya. Okay, well we've already been there. We picked up all of those, so we're gonna go and buy, we're gonna go pick up our stuff and come bring it to her, basically.
How interesting.
Ding, ding.
You've been wounded.
Have I? I guess I'm a little bit wounded, sure.
Welcome, friend.
Black anther. Heather. Ah, no. I don't have all the one I needed. I used some of it in my alchemy. This could mean we go back to to Lake Amaya once more, because I need that stuff.
Oh, Outlander, did you want something?
Yeah, I guess we went back to Lake Amaya. Although, I might stop by.
What is
I
this?
don't know what this place is actually. I've never been in here. 8 plates, that's an eatery. I wonder if we're ready for Caius' task. I don't think we are. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. Don't think we're ready for Caius' task. We could go up to Caldera, but not yet, I don't think. I think I want to be like maybe level 2 or 3 before I take on Caius's orders, you know. I want to get acclimatized to Vardenfell before I really start getting out there doing Imperial spy stuff. Which, I mean, Priscilla's still not happy about, by the way. She's still not exactly happy to be to having been like strong-armed into working for the Empire. That's not something I imagine she's really happy with, but you know, she doesn't really have much control over it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the Empire come up to you with a big sword and say, "Do as we ask, or we'll kill you." You do as they ask, unless you have some strange death wish, which Priscilla doesn't have, you know. She's quite a self-serving and selfish character, but she definitely doesn't want to die. Even if Morrowind maybe makes her want to die sometimes. I don't imagine she likes it here too much. It's probably quite a change of pace from the jungles of Cyrodiil. It might be worth going in there and asking if they can teach us something, a thing or two about using a weapon, but nah. I thought I heard footsteps behind me, but I guess it was nothing. I would be interested to check what's down there, actually. That could be something nice down there, but I don't really know. I've never gone down there, I don't think, in all the time I played this game. What does Jira want then? She wants gold carnet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. Luckily, none of those things are, like, very hard to find. So she mentioned a settlement called Suran as well. That's just, she said it was just along this road, basically. We might go visit there, stay the night there, maybe ask about for work or just anything really, any opportunities in the area. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. We don't want to spend our entire life, you know, traipsing around Balmora. Yeah, it's something to get used to with Morrowind, is hearing that, your athletics have been raised every now and then. Just means we're getting that little bit better. Not sure which ones of these we actually need anymore. I imagine we've got everything we need right now. So we could realistically just turn back to Balmora. But I don't want to. I want to keep going. I want to go see Suran. I've got a really nice replacer mod for Suran. And I imagine that in her own head, Priscilla's like, you know what, I think Balmora's probably a bit of a dead end for work. Given that the last 2 days we've just been traipsing around Balmora and like the local area, picking up flowers and stuff for people. I think Priscilla wants to go there, She heard... I think we heard from a lady in Satanine that Suran's a little bit of a... got a bit of a shady, seedy side to it, and you know, could be some interesting work there. Priscilla's not above working for criminal organizations, not by any means. Is she like... It depends on what she's being asked to do. She's not going to just butcher some innocent because somebody told her to. But she's not above, like, if somebody asks her to, you know, break into somebody's house, steal something. Although I don't think she's Thieves Guild. I don't think she wants to make a life out of thievery. It doesn't seem like her to me. Hello, Bosma.
What is this about, Cyrodiil?
Hello, please. Might be of some assistance. My friend is lost, and I'm very worried about him. Your friend? Yes, my friend Idros Oriel and I were traveling to Vec, and he heard a strange animal sound nearby. Sort of an amateur naturalist, and he felt compelled to seek out what it was making the noises. That was hours ago, and I'm afraid something terrible has happened to him. If you could find him and bring him back safely, I'd really appreciate it. I'd go myself, but I'm really more of a scholar, as is he. That's why we were traveling together. A little safety in numbers, you know. Can you help? So she sees these people, this guy dressed up in all these fancy clothes, right? This poor, foolish Bosma. Realistically, this guy's probably just run off and been attacked by a rat that she's going to go save him from. So she thinks, this is some easy money here. And we're going to say, yeah, I'll try and find your friend. Thank you, I fear for his life. Alright, let's have a look then. Now that is no rat. If I remember correctly, this thing's gonna two-shot me if it gets in range. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. Can you please stop failing the spell? That's a bit annoying. Right. Yeah, Kaguti are no joke. Yeah, they will tear you apart limb from limb. Especially early game when you're wearing light armor. They are absolutely no joke. Alright then, here we go. Horrible looking bastard. Oh shit, speaking of horrible looking bastards. The king of the horrible looking bastards tribe. Cliff racers. I'm surprised we've gone. This is our, what, our 4th episode now? Surprised it's been, no, 3rd or 4th episode. Surprised we've only just seen one of these. Luckily it wasn't too hard to take down. Our high agility is coming in handy because we're hitting a lot of shots. Yeah, look at that. That's really good. Wonderful. So those are the animals that scared him off, I guess. There's a book over here. Kaguti mating habits. I frankly don't want to know. I frankly do not want to know. Now where is this person? What was his name? Idros Oriel? Where will you be? Ah. Wow, you are very fancily dressed. Hello, my friend.
You may speak.
Oh, thank heavens you found me. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't shown up. I've been trapped here by some Kaguti since my friend and I were separated. My friend. Ah, you've met Thoronor. Yes, he and I became separated when I went off to investigate some sounds I heard. Of course, it turned out to be a pack of Kaguti that trapped me here. But I see you've taken care of them. Did you notice any distinctive sounds they may have made when you were battling them? They're the most fascinating vocalizations. But enough of that for now. Should we go back and meet Thoronor? Yeah, sure. Just go meet this Thoronor then. Do 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 do. You're lucky I came along. Those things would have torn you apart. And nearly killed me. Let alone some silly fancy dressed Dunmer.
What is this about, Cyrodiil?
Ah, you found my friend, Adros. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'm afraid I don't have much to give you as a reward, but this amulet may help you in your travels. It's helped the two of us out on a number of occasions. Take care. Amulet of Slowfalling. Ah. I mean, it's not... It's pretty valuable. It's nothing insane in regards to usefulness, but... Hey, I mean, it could come in handy sometime. It's good to be away from those Kaguti, though. They really are marvellous beasts. You notice the coloration, and the large one was a real ripper. Magnificent beasts, aren't they? Truly gorgeous creatures. Fair enough, I suppose. Although they didn't look that gorgeous when they were trying to gore me, but I mean... What can I say? Those big tusks are probably good for disemboweling. Silly little Imperials that try and help silly little elves that get themselves trapped by Kaguti. I really love the Escadian Isles, man. I really do. Oh, that's an interesting little visual bug. What on earth is that? Yeah, I have never seen that before. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sorry, guys. What is it? Is it just... It might be an issue with how the game's rendering the shadows and stuff, maybe. Oh well. That's kind of the thing is, like, unfortunately... You're going to run into issues with modded saves. That's just the reality of playing a modded save. You're going to run into issues. You're going to have to sort of look past it. So either look past it or don't play modded, and I want to play modded. So. It's kind of what I love about Tamriel Rebuilt, right? Is because, like, there are very few mods that affect Tamriel Rebuilt, which means it has very few incompatibilities, which makes modding it and playing it really, really easy. It's basically, you just install it and play it. There's really no more to it than that. And installing it is ridiculously easy. I've got to give a lot of faith, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of, I don't know what I'm trying to say, actually. I've got to give the Tamriel Rebuilt team a big pat on the back. They've done an amazing job so far. And I can't wait to play all of it, you know. When it's fully released in, like, next decade, maybe, I think it's going to be a really, really good experience. It's already an amazing experience, but when it's finished. Hello. Hello, Khajiit. Unjara. What are you doing here? Can you let Unjara go free? Unjara cannot be freed without the key. Oh, they're slaves. Yeah, they're slaves. Yeah, I don't imagine Priscilla's a big fan of slavery. In fact, I think it's probably quite abhorrent to her. Yeah, I think it's probably very abhorrent to her. Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's one of the things I think she's gonna have to reconcile about the Donma culture is that they have slavery. Have to, like, almost, I don't know, learn to deal with that fact. Although I do have a mod that extends the Twin Lamps questline to, just extends it basically, which lets us free slaves and stuff. It's a really cool questline. I've not actually done it before, but I've heard good things about it, and the mod looks decent, so I'm excited to play it. Also, this is the Pearl of the Escadian Isles Suran mod. It's really good. At first, I wasn't sold on it like White Suran, but when I think about it, it just makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me to have it be like a white city. I know that Pearl isn't literal, but it just looks nice as well. It's a very... I like the mod a lot. Quite a journey into Suran though. What time is it now? It's 5 PM, okay. Hello, buddy. Sharape Ules. Sorry, I've got no time for Outlanders.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Interesting. Oh, I never noticed that. There's like little Daedrix runes on the doors. Suran Slave Market. Ugh. Pawnbroker. Do we have anything worth pawning off right now? I don't think we do. We could pawn off this amulet. This slow falling amulet. It's probably not a terrible idea. It's not really like worth keeping because slow fall isn't really that useful in effect. Yeah, we'll get rid of it. Slow fall's kind of useless, so you're almost better off just getting rid of it. Hello. Yep, step up and have a look at my wares. You're not interrupting anything. Irama Morales, I'll be back when you're not so busy. This is busy? No, not too busy for you. Please, how can I help you? What's that all about? Shh, keep your voice down. He's Kimono Song. This is the day he makes his collections in town, but enough about my problems. I'm Golden Beldara, pawnbroker. How can I be of service to you? Kimono Song. Haven't heard of it? Or consider yourself fortunate. The Tongue is a criminal organization that uses intimidation and fear to extort payments from honest merchants for what they call protection. Protection one buys is from their thugs returning to do damage to the store or injury to the owner. The Hlalu guards can't or won't do anything about to prevent the Tongue from digging its claws into Suran. I'm embarrassed by the reputation Suran is gaining. It used to be a respectable farming village known for its temple and nearby pilgrimage sites. Now half the visitors to Suran are here to indulge in the decadence of Helviane Deslay's establishment across the street from my shop. It also has attracted a more unseemly element to town. Oh, surely the additional visitors as House of Earthly Delights has brought you more business? It has. I have a hard time maintaining my inventory of the sort of trifling gifts after that Halviane Deslay's customers offer the dancers to win their favour. Forgive me for aspiring to conduct more dignified business. Okay. I don't really care. Ooh. 4,000 for that, damn. I mean, I'm not surprised. A glass dagger is, that's a pretty decent bit of kit. That's a pretty decent bit of kit. I'm not surprised he's charging so much for it. I'd probably charge the same, if not more. Do you have anything I want? Probably not. I am beginning to think I should just get rid of the bedroll, the covered bedroll, and just have a standard bedroll. Also, I need to get that's what I was missing. Can you tell me about the place? About specific places? The Temple and Governor's Manor are on the Temple Mount at the far south end of town. Suran's Slave Market is just inside the north end of the town. At the top of the first flight of stairs leading up from the plaza. On the north end of the plaza, opposite my shop, is Desler's House of Earthly Delights, ironically located at the base of the Silk Strider port. Ironically. Interesting. Can you give me a rundown on the services? Whether you're looking for clothing, armor, weapons, ingredients, potions, or other sundries, let my shop be your only stop. I have a little of everything, and all of it reasonably priced. If you want to learn some new spells, speak with Suran's priest, Elinu Saran at the temple. If you need a room for the night, check with Ashumanu Eraisha at the Suran Trade House. Okay. But, let's see. I want to give him this amulet of slow falling, because it's not really worth anything to me. It basically just exists to take up inventory space. Thanks,
You
man.
may speak.
I really do love Suran. It's such a quaint little town. Even if it's in the heart of the Escadian Isles and therefore the heart of like Morrowind slavery, more or less. Well, Vardenfell slavery, I suppose I should say. This is a slight mod incompatibility, I think. I think I could probably fix this if I... Yeah, I think I could probably fix this. I'll look into it later.
May your kills be quick and
Hello.
many.
Uro Kukuroheri. You seek something? I guard the docks, but I also smash heads that cause trouble. Keep that coin hidden unless you want to make a friend. Tell me about Suran. Suran is a busy trading village on the Lake Masobi, gateway to the lakes, farms, and plantations, the Escadian Isles region. Pilgrims visiting the temple, pilgrimage sites at Fields of Kumu, and the Shrine of Molag Bal seek lodgings in Suran. Suran also provides food and services for the farmers and plantation owners of the Escadian Isles. The rich agricultural lands south and west of Suran. In this country of lakes and islands, travelers need water walk or levitate magic or strong swimming skills. Interesting. It's weird. I could have sworn that the mod that I'm using, BetterCitiesOfMorrowind, Morrowind, is meant to be fully compatible with Remirose's ground cover, but maybe I made a mistake when I was installing it. I will look into that later. It's not really that big of a deal. That area seems very unimportant. Hello, Mr. Naked Don, my man. What's your thing? Red Mountain spreads ash and blight. Sinners gather at the house. The time of the incarnate is at hand. Red Mountain. It is a great mountain that would dominate the view to the north of Suran, if not for the unceasing blight storms that cloak its slopes. It is where Dagoth and his servants dwell imprisoned behind the ghost fence, maintained by the tribunal. Dagoth. He is awakened from his long rest and challenges the tribunal that condemned him. The temple has grown complacent. That's not how you spell complacent, I don't think. Deceiving itself that his influence can be confined to Red Mountain behind the ghost fence. Suran. It is a town without a soul, and as such its residents are more susceptible to seduction by Dagoth's message. Okay, madman, interesting. I think that man is a little bit crazy. Oh, what's this here? A house without steps up to the house, I guess. House is abandoned, its doors are boarded up and inaccessible. It's piqued my interest now. But I can get on top of that. But what there could be on top, I don't really know. I'm gonna go around the back of it. Maybe up here? Hey, you still can't get into it. Interesting. Huh. I wonder what was meant to be in there. So we've not actually visited a temple this playthrough yet. Hello. You look interesting. You've got the same armor as me, I think.
Under sun and sky, Outlander.
What is this
You
regarding,
greet you
Outlander?
warmly.
Suran? Suran has become a haven for those that indulge in debauchery, thievery, and other crimes. It disgusts me to live among them, but the tribunal has set me on the path to protect the innocent by punishing the wicked. Really? Background. My background is an interesting question. I was born into a family devout and faithful to the tribunal. I was taught to feel contempt for those who do not accept the love of the three, or one of their lessons. I studied and trained so that I would become worthy of their love and punish those who blasphemed against them. That is how I came to be in Suran. The town's habits are in unto itself an affront to the temple's teachings, but there is also the nearby profane shrine to Molag Bal. Fidelity to the tribunal requires that we shun all other objects of veneration, including ancestor worship, and particularly Daedra worship. I travelled to Suran to purge the Bal shrine of the heathens that gather there. I would destroy the shrine itself if it was in my power to do so. Interesting. Okay. And temple. Temple faithful venerate the three living gods Almalexia, Sothersil, and Vivek. The tribunal teaches us and guides us to follow a path of righteousness and humility, and to disdain all others. And what do you do specifically? I'm an ardent follower of the tribunal, although some would call me a witch hunter. In the name of the three, I will track down and destroy foul necromancers who defile the bodies and spirits of the sacred dead. Equally contemptible are the evil Daedra worshippers. The Daedra princes delight in the torment and corruption of mortals, and they reward their followers with terrible power that they use to spread their evil message. I guess we can agree on one thing, and that's that the undead kind of suck. So I guess we've got that in common. But this is the temple then. I don't really know what Priscilla would think of the temple, to be honest. She obviously wouldn't believe in it. She's not been raised to. She probably wouldn't think too much of it, but it's interesting. Interesting to think about. Hello.
Speak, traveler.
Welcome to the Suran Temple. I'm Elinu Saran, priest and novice in the temple. How can I be of service to you? The temple is a religious institution of Morrowind that venerates the message and achievements of the three living gods known collectively as a tribunal. They teach us how to live and what to believe, and in return for our faithfulness, they love and protect us from evil. Tribunal? Almalexia, Vivek, and Sothersil are mortal guardians who walk the earth, defeated the Dunmer's greatest enemies, the Nords and the Dwarves, and achieved divine substance through superhuman discipline and virtue, and through supernatural wisdom and insight. Really? Almalexia. Blessed Almalexia, the Warden, is one of the three immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal, and the patron of healers and teachers. Vivek. Lord Vivek the Poet is one of the three immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal, and the patron of artists and rogues. Lord Sothersil the Magus is one of the three immortal god kings of Morrowind, a pillar of the tribunal, and the patron of artificers and wizards. Sothersil was the mightiest wizard and most wise counsellor of the first council, companion and teacher of Nerevar and Vivek. Sothersil is the light of knowledge and the inspiration of craft and sorcery. Cool guy then. Spells? Fuddle, saintly word. Yeah, I kind of want to get like a feather spell. Great feather. That's a bit too much. We should buy a barrier spell too, actually. Yeah, we'll have to get like a first barrier from the Mages Guild next time we stop by. So these are the tribunal. So I'm guessing that's Vivek. He looks like a warrior poet and a rogue. It's probably Almalexia, and this crazy, weird guy is Sothersil, right? Yeah? Interesting. Homilies of Blessed Almalexia. Sothersil and the Scribs. Young Sothersil, while playing in the egg mine, saw a number of Scribs in a deep shaft, and he began to cast stones upon them, snickering as they skittered and scattered, until one of the Scribs lifting its head up in agony, cried out to Sothersil, "Please, please have mercy, little boy, for what is sport to you is suffering and death to us." And so Sotasil discovered that the idle amusements of one may be the solemn tortures of another. Lord Vivek and the contentious beasts. A Shulk and a Kaguti were strutting back and forth in a foyada, casting aspersions of one another's looks. You're the ugliest creature alive, the Shulk told the Kaguti. No, you are the ugliest creature alive, the Kaguti told the Shulk. For each thought himself most handsome and the other most ugly. Then Lord Vivek chanced by and settled their dispute. No, you both are the ugliest creatures alive, and I will not have my pleasant sojourn spoiled by your unseemly squabbling. So he dealt them both mighty blows, shattering their skulls and silencing their argument, and went merrily upon his way. And thus Lord Vivek proved that ugliness is as much in one's manner as in one's appearance. Boiled Kaguti. It is said that if a Kaguti steps into a boiling pool, he will leap out immediately to avoid harm. But if the Kaguti is standing in a pool and a wizard slowly raises the temperature, measure by measure, to boiling, the Kaguti will calmly stand in place until he is boiled. Thus we see that we must be alert not only to the obvious danger, but also to the subtle degrees by which change may result in danger. The dubious healer. Once upon a time, a Telvanni issued forth from his tower and proclaimed to all the world that he was a mighty and learned healer, a master of all alchemy and potions, and able to cure all diseases. Lord Vivek looked upon this wizard and listened to his boasting and asked, how can you pretend to prescribe for others the cure to all diseases when you are unable to cure yourself of your own manifest arrogance and foolishness? The Gua and the Mudcrabs. The Gua was so tormented by the other creatures they did not know where to go. As soon as they saw a single beast approach them, off they dashed in terror. One day they saw a pack of Nyx hounds raging about, and in a desperate panic all the Gua scuttled off towards the sea, determined to drown themselves rather than live in such a continual state of fear. But just as they got near the shoreline, a colony of mudcrabs, frightened in their turn by the approach of the Gua, scuttled up and threw themselves into the water. Truly, said one of the Gua, things are not so bad as they seem, for there is always someone worse off than you. The wounded Netch. A wounded Netch lay himself down in a quiet corner of his feeding ground. His healthy companions came in great numbers to inquire after his health, yet each one helped himself to a share of the fodder which had been placed there for his use, so that the poor Netch died not from his wounds, but from the greed and carelessness of his erstwhile friends. And so it is clear that thoughtless companions may bring more harm than help. That last story probably speaks to Priscilla a little bit. It's kind of why she doesn't really want to travel with many people, is it? People kind of suck. Okay, apothecary, a Senerari. What are you doing then? What's your thing? Soldier and Oran. State your business, Priscilla, be quick about it. Suran doesn't run by itself, you know, there's a million little things to tend to. Suran. My brother Avon Oran makes sure the business in Suran can happen without any unnecessary rules and regulations you might find in some other areas. But just because he takes a hands-off approach doesn't mean there's not work to do. He knows everything that happens here. I make sure of that, and I take care of all the taxes, fees, that sort of thing. Nice. Just a lovely little cobweb just there, just chilling. So how would I get into the underworld if I wanted to? Where would I start? I've got an idea. Maybe in the House of Earthly Delights. Still a slave market. Mathsera. Right.
Do I drop the sweet roll or hand it over and come back later? Dunno.
Well, hey there, fine place this is, huh? It's a good place for me to just forget about my troubles. No use thinking about them, stupid slaves. Why have they got to run? Sure, there'd be nothing to do if they didn't, but why they got to hide too? Bah, I hate them all. Especially this one I can't find. Know what I mean? Of course you do. Been looking for this one, Hajai, for months now. Can't find him though. Always running and hiding, running and hiding. How's a man supposed to earn his keep? I'll tell you how. Running and looking, that's how. Even got myself a guide I did. Good old Heiser's Eyes. Kind of a stupid name if you ask me. Anyway, he's been showing me around here for a couple of weeks now. Fat load of goddamn stun me. Yeah, I'm not going to help you find this slave. Bah, why would you want to look for that slave anyhow? I don't even think he's really out there. Just a figment of my imagination. I'll just buy myself another drink and wait for him to walk in here and ask me to take him back to his owners. Barkeep. Charming
Can you ask
fella.
your question quickly?
Nice schema play. Charming fella, isn't he? I don't think there's going to be any... Alright. Yes, friend, are you taking a brief respite from the revelry below? Yeah, and you? Why are you here? I've made it a trial of my willpower to see if I can resist the temptations of the flesh. How do you think I succeed? Background? That's a good question. I'm trying to answer that one for myself. I was raised in the teaching of the Tribunal Temple, never questioning, but recently I seem to be suffering a crisis of faith. It is a cumulative weight of many smaller concerns, the growing threat from Red Mountain and the diminishing affections of the Ghost Fence, the increase in blight storms and blighted creatures spreading across the land, soul sickness. Where is the Tribunal during these trying times? Temple priests tell us all that soul sickness is indicative of faithlessness. I cannot deny that I've had doubts, so I've left my former life and embarked on a series of pilgrimages to renew my faith. I'm preparing for the journey into the Bal-Ur region to visit the shrine of Molag-Bal, one of the four corners of the House of Troubles. There I will challenge myself to face temptation and resist it. But first, I must steel my courage before I can do the same for my faith. Steel my courage? The shrine of Molag-Bal is not far to the north of Suran in the Bal-Ur region. I've heard frightful stories about what I might encounter on this journey. And still worse upon arriving at Bal-Ur. They say the Tribunal walks with me, and my faith will protect me, but it is my faith I travel to the shrine to recover. I feel that I'm alone, and that frightens me. Will enough sheen give me courage, or just make me forget my fear? Bal-Ur region. It's an area in Molag-Bal that's named for the Daedric ruin of Bal-Ur. It's a harsh, desolate land swept by ash storms and plagued by blighted creatures. Only outlaws live there, using cabins as a base for their crimes. I'm thinking of travelling through it at night. Maybe if I can't see those threats, they can't see me either. Your trade? I used to farm a small field west of Voss on the east side of Ardenfell before I left on this spiritual awakening. When I found the place I seek, I hope to return there. Interesting.
You may speak.
A lot of talk about this Red Mountain and soul sickness and all sorts of nastiness, but I don't know if I believe in any of it. No. Right. Okay. I were criminal underworld. Where would I be? Warehouse.
Mathera.
Hello, buddy. Okay. I want to in on this criminal underworld because criminal underworlds are not a bad way of making money. And we need to bring the bread in right now. We're pretty poor. Why not? Maybe in that tavern we walked past with the glitched doorway. Maybe. Maybe. Brewery pub. It's very well lit in here, I'll say that much.
All right,
So,
I'm
where are you
listening.
from?
Very cool.
To talk, ours to listen.
Heinrich! Hail and welcome, stranger. Thirsty? I have some local brews that will make a slug of you, but that is for these natives. You want my specialty ales, my own creation. That's right, my ales are becoming famous and folks are starting to come from far off to get a taste. Even a wizard from Port Telvarnis stumbled in and brought half my stock. What are you waiting for then? Want to see my brew list, or are you looking to train in the ways of brewing? Training? Oh, you could teach me axe. Teach me axe, please. Right. Hawker Tusk. Hello. I'm Kulamari. This is the village of Suran, gateway to Bal-Ur. Are you looking for services here, or is there something I can do for you? Suran? It doesn't have anything interesting to say. Training, though. I don't believe you're sufficiently high rank, Priscilla, to enjoy my superlative services. But do well, and one day perhaps you will enjoy this exceptional good fortune. Okay. Background? Oh, there are Mages Guild. I didn't realise. Sorry about that. I'm not really sorry, but you know what I mean.
Any time now.
I want to get in there because I feel like there's a story. Never mind. I wonder where the entrance to this underground could be. Oh my dear. Right, let's. Yeah, I know I'm bad, but I don't want to. I want to get through.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere in particular.
So
Middle of the night. Vacation home. Fight well. Where could the entrance to this underworld be?
There are many creatures beyond the seas.
I have no clue. Either way, we're gonna go and we're gonna run up to the trade house and spend the night, basically. I think we'll go to sleep and then we'll call this episode, and I'll write in a journal and make a journal episode. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Sounds like an ash storm starting up though. Sakin Sanam Masar. Who are you? Background? I'm an Ashlander of the Abanins. I'm an Ashlander of the Arabanimson clan, but I cannot return. You're an outcast. No, I just lost to them. I was a boy hunting with my father in the Merlagamur when we were overtaken by an ash storm. In that noise and confusion, we stumbled upon a Kaguti then. My father shouted at me to flee while he defended our retreat. I could not see or hear the fight, but I knew too much time had passed. It was growing dark and the storm continued. I cautiously retraced my steps back to where I left my father, but a cliff racer found me first. I killed it with my spear. But in the swirling ash and increasing darkness, the battle left me disoriented. I staggered into the approaching night, menaced by racers, but I could not see the stars to guide me, and soon I was hopelessly lost. Eventually I crossed the ridge to the east, leaving the storm, the Merlagamur, and my father behind. I collapsed outside of town, thirsty and exhausted, where someone found me and brought me here, the Suran trade house, to recover. I owe my life to Ashimanu Iraji's hospitality, a debt I'm honoured to repay as long as we both live. So you've not returned to your people. I have not, but not just because of the debt. I do not expect to be welcomed by the Arabanimsum. I survived after my father fell, but I did not return to camp with his body. They would say that I've lived too long among the settled people, that I've forgotten the customs of my people and adopted those of the outlanders. I have no family or society except for those which I make. Okay, fair enough. Guess that sucks. Food for the hungry and better. I am tired. Please give me a bed. Take the rooms on the first one. Alright, sleep room. Thank you.
What is this regarding
Cyrodiil. Alright then guys, I'm going to end this episode here. And fix my mods. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next one.